want you to have a clearer understanding of why most speakers hit a ceiling they never break through, how to adapt the military's after action review to speaking, what to measure that actually drives rebookings and referrals, who should and shouldn't be included in your reviews, and how to turn every talk into a stepping stone towards absolute mastery. You see, like everything that is in the public arena, from sports to speaking, elite performance, it's built in the debrief, not just the performance. Several years ago, actually so many years ago now, I had the opportunity to work as the supporting speaker to a global keynote speaker who was in Australia doing a roadshow of 5 events. Most of these rooms had between 150 and 250 people in them, and we were speaking across a number of cities 5 times. The first few, this gentleman, we'll call him Steve because that's actually his name. He actually was like, we'd walk between the breakfast event, which is where I spoke and then he spoke, and then we'd walk the hallways over to a VIP private boardroom event. And all the way for the first 3 events, it was, I don't understand why you're not with me on the American speaking circuit. You should come join me on the American circuit. You're amazing. You're brilliant. And then day 4, we walked into one of those rooms that's just flat. I know that you know exactly what I'm talking about. And I have a facilitator and consultancy background, so I felt that and responded to it. Now, they still loved what I did, but I knew it wasn't my best, and I knew that they hadn't got the best of me, but they didn't know any different, and they were happy. But as I came off the stage at the end of the event, I could see Steve standing in the back of the room, literally with one finger up, asking me, drawing me toward him. And this time when he said, let's walk the hallways, he wasn't anywhere near as exuberant. So we did walk the hallways. And he said to me, I now understand why you're not on the major speaking circuit in the US with me. He said, it was a crap room this morning, wasn't it? And I said, yeah, it was. And he said, it was really flat and you felt it. I said, yeah. He said, that's the difference between someone who speaks and a world-class speaker. Your responsibility is not to respond to the energy of the room. Your responsibility is to set the energy of the room. Now, this is advice that I've taken to heart and I share it with everyone I work with. But what I want you to understand here is not so much that piece of advice, but that he gave me something in the debrief that pushed my performance to the elite level. Because as I mentioned, elite performance is built through the debrief, not the performance. And there's no doubt that this speaking arena, it's a tough arena to truly break through. And in an age driven by the foundations of social media, it can be incredibly brutal at times, which is why I really do get why so many claim to be speakers live in a bubble of polite praise. Clients say, that was amazing, and they mean it. But that's actually not the same as knowing exactly why it worked or where you lost people. We've spoken about it again and again. Good gets you booked once. You're so good actually gets you stuck. But relentless improvement gets you rebooked, referred, and remembered. Your breakthrough is going to come from refining and not recycling. And too many of you are simply recycling, hoping that something will change just by osmosis and because you're willing for it. When we shy away from, or even simply forget in a busy calendar, reviews, we are also bypassing deliberate improvement. Without data, you repeat the same patterns, including the ones that are holding you back. Adrenaline also distorts memory. You remember the highs and you miss the drop-offs. And the truth is in your reviews, not your gut feelings. This is what I want you to take to heart. If you're not doing your own version of after-action reviews, you are leaving money, mastery, and momentum on the table. You might get booked, but you won't dominate. And you may never become sustainable. And this applies to you if you are speaking as a professional speaker to claim expert positioning or simply to grow a business. It doesn't matter. It applies to you. So why does the military after-action review work? Let's break it down. Its origins are actually the US Army formalized it first to ensure that lessons are captured before memory fades. And this is the important bit, before memory fades.